I don't have time for my idea. Honestly, I
Hmm.
have other higher priority things to do. Hey, Wolf, I
Hmm.
don't have time for my idea.
Yeah. So, Ellison, well,
Can you relate? So,
sure,
you're a female
because like,
entrepreneur. You're a female entrepreneur, or you're a fat female founder, or co founder, or a business owner, and you find yourself saying that to yourself. And, there's a simmering idea in the mind, but you honestly feel like there's just no time in your day. I'm Alison from the Second Mountain team.
and I'm Wolf, the founder of the Second Mountain. Ah, sorry, Ellison, I fell directly in your trap when you said I don't have time for my tea. I wanted to directly support you. And I was like, oh, what is this topic? And okay, so but you said referencing, of course, to the female founders we're serving, and they said some people said, I don't have time for my new ideas, right?
Correct. And this is a barrier that we've identified from our recent poll and just speaking to loads of female entrepreneurs and founders, co founders. And yeah, so this feels like a barrier. So, Wolf, could you share some strategies that we as female founders can take to uncover more time? Is there such
Yeah,
thing as more time?
yeah. There's more time. I think that the first thing is, and I think this is a difference between male and female founders. Time is more crucial for female founders than for male. I mean, everybody's wants to have more time, but the when you look at the circumstance of female founders, because one thing, yes, they need to be there's a CEO or COO of a company, so it's about you need to take care of everything in your company, but this man has to do too. But usually, then, what if we have kids or parents? Like the care work in life is usually most in the female hands. So when you take this, the fact is there is less time for female founders to work on new things, to work on strategies, and so for that, it's this is even harder. So how do you like the question? Like, of course, how do you get more time? And there is this topic of how much of the daily work can you actually give away? Like, can you make space for that? Could it, yeah, like, because I'm sure you're really highly um, organized, structured, and all of this. So then you would say, of course not. But what I also saw, a lot of female founders, which is also a little difference to male founders, is they are more in the details of holding on to things, in the sense of I want to be in control, the sense of I want it to be perfect. It should be like exactly how I want it for the client. So also, it's not just because of perfectionism. It's because of if I give it to you and you are not completing it, it will come back three times. So the and so it's really hard to let go.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
because the consequences are triple effect. Imagine I give you something and then it comes back. So then I rather do it all myself. So okay, but this is all reason why maybe there's not enough time. We can dig. This is how to find more time, and there's ways to find more time.
Yeah, so that makes sense. So just to summarize, so as a female, there's more of the care responsibilities versus men. So we are like natural caregivers. It's like within us, like inbuilt within us. So that naturally takes up more time. Just like you say, caring for whether it's caring for family, children, parents, there's that role. So that's that
There's a
added
struggle.
extra role.
Yeah, and then of course it's like in modern relationship, if you have a partner, you try to split it more out and distribute it more evenly. But
Mm.
there's a visible care work and an invisible care work. One thing is, let's say we both are cleaning the house 50-50. We're both spending the same time with our kids 50-50, and even taking care of the parents 50-50. This is actual care work, like visible. But there's an invisible care work, which is here.
Mm.
Because this is like something I heard, I only heard this from women. They are thinking about their kids, their parents, their colleagues. They're thinking for all of them. They're carrying mentally. There's a mental load carrying for all of them.
Right.
So thinking ahead. When I'm
Mm.
leaving the house with my son, my wife already predicts that he might be hungry later on this afternoon, but we will be not there before. And it's not that she needs to take action, but she has this thought.
The thought, yeah. And
So
it
there's
takes up mental space.
yeah, and so for the mental space, this is really crucial. It's a big topic,
Hmm.
which we don't. And there are studies they try to measure that. It's really hard to measure. You can measure the obvious work, but
Mm.
none the invisible work.
Yeah. So now we've explored the reasons why female entrepreneurs may be feeling that they don't have time for the idea. So these are the reasons. But what would you say? So if you could share one strategy, one action that we could walk away with, what would that be?
So one action would be, but as we're now really talking about time, about the first thing is about like speaking about this to your partner, and also to your partners in your company. Even if you have a co-founder, or you have a management or leadership team, say like, I'm thinking a lot about you. Even if I'm sitting here on my desk, I'm thinking a lot about you, what your needs are. I'm caring a lot. This eating is eating a lot of my mental capacity. I need to make sure that I can do the important strategy work. I need to make sure that I can be a half day off, and you can that you are aware that if some that I'm all constantly processing things. So for that, I need to go away, be there, to really cut off. So really need to take care, because otherwise I cannot do what's really even more important for the company. And I know you are able to do that. So sharing this openly will drive a sense of acceptance. And
Mm-hmm.
so I think this is a way to really get a little bit more space and have a really good discussions about the invisible care work you're doing for your company, for your family, for everybody else.
Mm. I love how you labeled it as invisible care work, because then now people can see, oh, actually there is something such as an invisible care work, because sometimes when it's invisible you don't really see it. Like, it's, you think, oh, okay, yeah, I don't have enough time, I don't have enough time, but actually it's still care work, but it's just invisible. So it's great that
Yeah,
you shared
yeah,
that.
you're welcome.
Yeah, and since you've been coaching female entrepreneurs since 2017, and you've worked with so many women,
Mhm.
what is there a success story that you can share? So somebody you've worked with that felt like they didn't have time, but then they've managed to free up their own time so that they could really work on a strategy side and really work on their ideas and something that they really want to do. I'd love to hear.
Yeah, so there's Sylvia. She's really great female founder from Germany, and she had already a new idea, but had no real time to work on it deeper. So, and so we had the same discussion like we had, and so she actually had a discussion with her husband, and for that, the result, well, we got we got 2 days off. Um, and so we spent 2 days on a strategy offsite where she could really um, dive deep into her idea, let things go, and let the other world be. Because she didn't drop it, she passed it to her husband. And he was aware that she was, if she is not, he's not taking 100% responsibility, things ahead, she could not continue and with her journey. And
Mm.
so they really split. And then we had this weekend, these 2 days in nature. We dived deep into the strategy, but the strategy was blocked. It was more about getting first the blockers out. When the blockers were everything, what was the inner voices and everything she had inside her that hold her back to fully embrace her idea. First, we got that thing out of the way. Then we opened up the channels so that she could really connect to her future self. And then after sleeping over that, the next day, of course, the critics come, but we also embraced them. And so she went home with at a complete different level of her idea and how she wanted to approach it, and so everything was much better. And the kid was
Wow.
still alive. Imagine that.
That's amazing. So it all started with just having that conversation, that open and honest conversation with
Yeah.
her partner at home, and just to let it out, just to be have an honest conversation. So that enabled her to free up
Yeah.
her own time where she could focus on herself and her idea. So
Yeah.
it shows what is possible.
Yeah. So it's about mental capacities, creating mental space rather real time space.
Mm. Yeah, thank you for sharing that, Wolf. That's such an inspiration. And if you're watching this on replay and you found it helpful and inspirational, just drop us a like and let us know. And this Friday, we are hosting a workshop. So it's called Play with Your Ideas Workshop. So it's from 9:30 to 12:30 Central European Time. And it's really just a space for you to slow down, explore your ideas. So if you're a female entrepreneur, a founder, or a co-founder, and it could even be within your existing business, a new idea for your existing business, or it could be a completely new business, so something completely unrelated, but you just want to slow down, just explore it, in a critic free space. So just like Will said earlier, there's the critics will come, but the first step is just to explore it and in a critic free zone. So we're hosting this workshop and I will drop you the link. And yeah, this is the last chance to sign up. So if you're interested, just follow the link. And if there's any questions, just reach out to me and reach out to Wolf. And we will see you on Friday. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Alison.
Bye. See you soon.
Bye.